Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work.
Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, back 25. Hey, 59, ready. Watch the split. X3, 218, jump. 21. Check it out, please.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan, this one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Now Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. The 20, 10, touchdown Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 22.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Watson now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Tight dog. Hayward.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
We're set. 19. 54. Mike, check. 59.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The end result, 21 yards.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. 21.
Here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here we go. Check 52.
Here's a guy on his fourth franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Watch the screen.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hyde. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. He finds his target, Fuller. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Check 37. Check 37. Alert 3. Alert 3.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now Hyde. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. Hyde. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
third down, Ryan. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Anito Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it. Had 27 catches out of the backfield last season. There's another one this year.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check back, check back. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Watson on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let... Fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The They are going for it. Here's Watson, and he finds Safarian-Jenkins. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Ryan now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, Tuesday. Get up.
Here's Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, 54, down. 52 by 58. Echo. No, Mike 52 by 52. All day, baby, all day.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
39.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in the...
Lamar Miller. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 99 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Ryan now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's Ryan to throw. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Ryan. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert!
Now Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked? Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Defense wins championships, baby. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. To the card. Double up, double up. At 59.
Again, it's Miller. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he loses the football a second time. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. It's Watson, and he finds Stills, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
56. Get that quarterback at all costs. Kill. Switch.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
He's checking 9. He's 4.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
56. I got you, boy. I can run.
A first down carry here for Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They can't hang with us. 31. 56. Hustle. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Watson with a give to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. 56.
Back to throw, Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Ryan. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Ryan throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Austin Hooper. It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. But that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Of late, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Here we go, let's bring it.
On second and 11 now. Watson caught left side Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A game of 10.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5. Boom. So we got man. Mike, check, 59.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Slam. Hey, 31. Hey, 59. 59.
From the gun, here's Watson being chased out left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check, 59.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Record. Check nickel. 54.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Mike 59. Watch the out. Watch the alert. Tight 31.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Get out the field, defense. Quick dad, quick dad. No. Off. Put it down.
Watson now to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Falcons, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash.